So let's see. Ben Shapiro, in his speech, contrasts lions, she called builders, lions. Oh, you're a lion, Ben. Give me a break. So anyway, he contrasts builders with scavengers, grievance spreading. And now they're complaining, Ben Shapiro is complaining that people are, if they criticize Israel, they're anti-Semites. No, we're not anti-Semites. That's just your grievance spreading, right? So talk about scavengers. Well, he made it big, made millions in what I call the gravy train years, where a massive debt is put on the next generation, or the Zoomers and the millennials, national debt, to keep this system of subsidies to massive giant corporations, massive subsidies of all sorts, military, industrial, political complex, and media complex. And that has now resulted in a $35 to $40 trillion debt. And don't talk about GDP. GDP is just turnover. It's not profit. It means nothing. So the only reason there is a half-decent GDP in America is because of massive debt, trickle-down effect from the massive debt into these companies who are given money, and the super rich get richer as the poor and middle class collapses. So yeah, Ben, because you did pretty well with all your connections in the diaspora, you did all right, because just like me, I did all right. I'm not rich, but I'm fine. And I had a good time. But a lot of that, I'd probably gone back to Europe or something, which is just as bad. But certainly America is in this massive debt. And I'm afraid to emphasize that too much, because when people realize it, the mainstream, it could be really bad. I think there might be a slow collapse of some sort, and collapse of the petrodollar. The petrodollar has kept the massive debt that allowed people like Ben Shapiro to become multimillionaires based on yakking really fast and not very intelligently. If that's your builders, you can keep them, right? Builders, he calls them, right? Lions. Ben Shapiro. Come and debate me, Ben Shapiro. Your psychology will be collapsed. And you will walk away like a dog with its tail between its legs, looking for somewhere to, what else to do next, right? So, no offense, but I'll give you a civilized debate if you don't talk too fast over me. Yeah, right? No, we're going to have a civilized debate. I'll run rings around you on every topic. He's been wrong about so many things that everybody knows are wrong now. Anyway, what's he got? Predicts Trump and economic growth, but warns of need for consistent right actions, which you wouldn't have a clue about, Ben. Economic growth based on a massive debt. I don't know how much Trump has added. They all add a massive amount to the debt. Trump's added another 5 trillion or something at least. Yeah, growth, economic growth. Okay, right, we could talk about that in more depth some other time. He warns against charlatans, grifters, and conspiracists harming conservatism, right? He has done that his whole professional life. He's a charlatan, a grifter, and has spread conspiracy theories, such as immigration. One of his big things will be immigration, illegal immigration, which is tiny in America. It's minute. It's almost nothing, right? And so compared to the actual rise in population of America, which includes legal immigrants, and the legal immigrants are mostly here to do jobs that others won't, and usually for less money. They're just here, not the legal immigrants, but yeah, a lot of legal immigrants can send money home to their family, and it's a lot of money, and they can do quite well. I mean, I'm a legal immigrant by accident, but I won't go into that story. Ask me about it. But basically, I just went to college basically I was going to stay for 6 months because I was interested in this one place. I thought I'll probably go back to Europe next year. So I'll just keep going. I kept going and kept doing other things after that. Long story short, every year for 30 years or more, I was saying, I'll go back to Europe. I'll probably go back to Europe next year, so I'll just do this job in the meantime, this, that. So I've done more careers than anybody else. I was a professor at college for 15 years. So that's my story. And I wasn't a grifter because I was always trying to get back to Europe for other reasons that I prefer Europe in many ways. But I'm glad I'm staying here. Where I live is just fantastic. Short lockdowns, semi-rational people most places, right? Not really, but there's still a lot of craziness. But let's see, second last one, number 9 out of 10 points provided by AI about your video that I would not watch. Propose real solutions, avoid fostering despair. Yeah, we went over that, I believe. What other despair? Yeah, he's always gone supporting the super rich while the middle class and the poor are falling. And he's calling them grifters and, what do you call it? People just whining, whatever he called that. Grievances, scavengers. The people who are being pushed down by the super rich, the giant mafia capitalist corporations, right? Giant vampire capitalists, mafia, some of them, especially Big Pharma. These giant corporations subsidized by the massive debt that's going to go on the Zoomers and the millennials to deal with. They can't even pay the interest on that debt. While it was given and subsidizing these massive corporations, vampire capitalist corporations, the super rich getting richer, the middle class collapsing, and you're calling them scavengers. Man, your day needs to come.